Doing more with less. It's something many people have become accustomed to in the working world, especially since the pandemic hit. But for the Mid-Ohio Food Collective, their lack of volunteers is coupled with a huge increase in need. I got to chat with a couple of those working hard to keep up and hoping to motivate more people like you to join the ranks.
Well, I was working full-time, and so it was a little bit difficult to volunteer at a lot of places for that reason, but the food bank had room on Saturday mornings.
Lois Moore says a small mention in her Grove City newspaper is what sparked her interest in the Mid-Ohio Food Collective nearly 10 years ago. Yes, she has logged more hours than most with volunteer status, but assures me she loves every minute of it.
Well, for one thing, it's just plain fun. When we come and do sorting and packing, it's high-paced. I walk out of here and I feel as though I've had some physical exercise. I see the same people every Tuesday, which is a lot of fun. We have rotating people, but there's a little group of us that are always here on a Tuesday, so we have this little reunion every week. So it's partly that I just plain enjoy it, and it's partly that I really believe in it.
She is dedicated, obviously, but she also gets the big picture, which includes the need for more volunteers just like her.
The food bank doesn't just want to keep doing what it's doing. It wants to do it more and better and more and better. So a volunteer coming in is going to find a place to serve where they're really needed.
It's why Roy Bertassi keeps coming back too. For him, it started shortly after he retired and realized he missed people.
I was looking for a little interaction with people and to help out the community that's been very good to me for the last 40 years.
Roy does a lot of his work in the sorting and packing area of the warehouse. Just check out how efficient he is at making boxes. Those boxes are used for things like portioning out food for those coming in the drive-through pantry and to ship food out to the hundreds of partner agencies relying on the collective. In just under 3 years, Roy has volunteered more than 500 hours.
Used to work just 2 days a week, and when I've gotten emails from food bank saying, hey, we need more people, if it's been a day where I've not had another commitment, I try and make sure that I am here and available to help out.
So let's look at the numbers. Pre-pandemic, the Mid-Ohio Food Collective averaged between 13 and 14,000 volunteers a year, from corporations to private citizens. In 2020, that number dropped to just over 4,000. Meanwhile, they estimate serving about 15% more folks than before COVID. And considering they distribute 75 million pounds of food a year, those mouths make a difference, especially as the growth continues.
But I think especially people may not realize how much the food bank has increased its services in the last year and a half, 2 years. There's not only food going to more people, but there are additional markets being set up to make it more convenient for people. There are ways to volunteer with carry-out food, with after-school things, with cooking classes.
Plenty of room for making a difference, something that doesn't slip by these very selfless people.
I do it just to be able to, help the community interact with people a little bit, but hopefully the people who are getting the food are getting more out of my little bit of effort that I've put in. Because it's not that hard to do.
There's nothing more basic than food, and to know that we're helping people not to be worrying about where dinner's coming from is just infinitely satisfying.